Health rocks. Inspired to be substance free.
What influences you? There are so many influences and outside pressures that are surrounding us every day. So let's think about these influences. There are direct influences and there are indirect influences. Direct influences would be those influences that directly impact you. They're the people or the things that have a say over how you feel or what you do. So for you, direct influences would be your parents, maybe your friends, those who are around you in your home, in your school, in your church, your neighborhoods, maybe even on your sports teams, your coaches, your other players that you're on the team with. Those would be direct influences. Those people have a direct influence on what you're thinking, what you're saying, what you're feeling. They can put pressure on you to act a certain way, to say a certain thing, to do a certain thing. Indirect influences are those that maybe you don't interact with every day. Say people that your parents work with or people on the school board. These people may have an influence over what you're doing or how you're feeling. If your parents have a stressful day at work or something goes wrong, their boss is angry and they might bring that home, that's going to influence you a little bit. Or the school board is making a decision about when sports will start or if you're going to have a snow day. These things influence you, but they are indirectly influencing you. It's not something that is having a direct sway over what you're thinking or what you're feeling. So these broader layers of influence can also be not necessarily people, but your cultural beliefs, societal structures, your values. So these are larger things on an outer circle around you of influence that can still influence the way you think, the way you feel, and what you do. Things that might be in that broader circle of influence, these broader influential things, would be things like social media, things that you see on TikTok. These influence you in a way. This is why these people are called influencers, because they do cause you to think about things maybe in a different way. But that's not a direct influence. Your direct influence is what is right close to you in that small inner circle that's directly right around you, your parents, your friends, those people that you look up to that can really change what you're thinking or what you're seeing or what you're feeling. So we are all surrounded by these multiple layers of influence. And the better that we understand these layers of influence and how they affect us, the better we're going to be when it comes to making decisions and modifying our behaviors. So let's think about this a little bit. You have a tiny little circle around you, and this is your direct influence. Your parents, your friends, maybe people at your church, maybe people on a sports team that you play with, your baseball team or football team, something like that. What those people are doing or what those people are pressuring you to do, that's your direct influence. Your parents want you to go to college. They are directly influencing you. They're pushing you in that direction. They're guiding you in that direction. They're urging you to do well in school. They want to make sure that you're taking the right subjects. They want to make sure that you're a well-rounded person because they want to make sure that you can get into that good college. So they are directly influencing you and trying to influence that decision for you to make to go into college. Your friends want to go to a party on Friday night. They're putting pressure on you. They want you to go. There's going to be drinking at this party, but your friends really want you to go. So that's a direct influence. They are pushing you to make that decision. They want you to go to that party. They want you to take part in what everybody else is doing. So these are direct influences. Looking a little bit wider out, as I said before, maybe your parents' boss or their workplace, maybe people that are on your school board or people in your city government, in your town government. They're making decisions that may influence you, but it's not as much as those direct influence. These people in that outer circle don't have as much sway over you. They're not going to directly impact you as much as those people in that small inner circle, the ones that are closest to you. If you knew somebody from the next town over that was having a party or was doing something risky behavior, that wouldn't influence you so much as if it were your neighbor or your classmate doing the same type of thing. So that's how those circles of influence change a little bit as they get wider out. Think of it as maybe like ripples in a pond. Those ones closer to the center have a larger effect than the ripples as they get farther out. They kind of get weaker as they get farther out, and that's a little bit the way your social influence or your circles of influence work. The closer they are, the stronger they are to impact you and impact your decisions and behaviors. The farther out those circles get, the less impact they're going to have on your day-to-day decisions and on what you are doing day to day. So that's our lesson on circles of influences, and I hope that you will think about that and think about those who you surround yourself with that have that most direct influence on you, and make sure to surround yourself with people that would be influencing you in a positive manner.